Once upon a time, Lord Buddha was preaching a sermon to his disciples on why bad things happen only to good people. At the same time, the king of the kingdom who takes advice from Lord Buddha came to see Lord Buddha as he was disturbed because people in his kingdom took undue advantage of the calm, compassionate nature of the king. Earlier this king was very cruel and got angry, but after listening to Buddha's sermons he transformed to be a calm and compassionate king. Lord Buddha, while giving the sermon to the monks, saw the king coming towards him and asked him, "What's the matter, dear king?" Then the king went near him and his disciples worshipped and sat in front of Lord Buddha and the monks and told Lord Buddha, "My lord, as you know, I was very cruel and hot-tempered all the time, and I used to order people for imprisonment or prosecute or confiscate, or worst case used to guillotine people in my kingdom every now and then. And you, Lord, advised me to be calm and compassionate to the people in my kingdom. I turned to be calm, but I found that my peasants used to take my patience and calmness for granted and took undue advantage of me, like not giving the yield from the harvest which they obtained from the fields that belong to me and my kingdom. When I used to give orders to the ministry, they do not take much notice of my say, and ever since I was your follower I have been misused and exploited, so on. Therefore I am disturbed. I don't know whether I have to be my old version or what. I am so confused because when I was cruel all the people were so afraid of me, but now it is the opposite. I do not know how to rule the kingdom." Then Lord Buddha told the king to be patient and further said, "We were discussing a similar situation with my disciples, so you too listen to this story very carefully." Lord Buddha started the sermon. Once upon a time, there was a tree in the middle of fields in a small village. There used to be an anthill near this tree. There lived a venomous snake in this anthill. This snake bites and attacked the villagers no matter where they were coming from, or where they were heading at the slightest provocation. Many people died from the snake's deadly bites, and all the villagers were living in great fear because of this snake. They were so scared to go to the field where they earned their living. In fact, they were so scared to allow the village children to play in the fields as well due to this vicious snake. People were so scared to go near the tree where the anthill was. A monk was meditating in the adjacent forest next to this village. This village's people were very religious and God-fearing. One day the village head went to this monk who meditates in the village and invited the monk for a sermon on the following day. All the villagers were working day and night at the village head's place for the sermon. The next day morning the monk came to the village head's place for the sermon, and the male devotees accompanied the monk to this village head's place. Soon after the sermon and the alms, the monk walked towards the tree in the middle of the fields where the anthill was there. All the people in this village begged the monk not to go there, as there is a vicious snake. Amidst the villagers saying, however, the monk decided to go towards the tree in the middle of the field and meditate. While the monk was walking towards the tree, a group of farmers who rear cows also worshipped the monk and said, "Don't go that way, there is a deadly snake who bites all the passers-by." The monk had a gentle smile and walked towards the tree. When the monk reached the tree, where the anthill was nearby, he prepared himself to meditate. Then suddenly the snake came out hissing at the monk to bite him. The monk calmly gazed into the eyes of the snake and chanted his mantra of kindness. Unexpectedly the snake calmed down and began a conversation with the monk. The snake asked the monk, "Oh monk, don't you fear me?" The snake further said, "Don't you fear me? This is my area. No one dares to come to this area because of my vicious nature." Then the monk said, "What is there to fear about this? I am not afraid of anything. I do not fear death, nor do I have the desire to live. So why should I fear you? In fact, you are hissing and attacking the people going nearby because you are scared that they will kill you. That's why you bite others, am I correct?" The snake was astonished to hear the words of the monk. Hearing this, the snake coils up and further gets into a conversation with the monk. "Oh, Lord, you are right. All these days what I have done is to save my life, showing anger and hissing to death. If I do not do that, people would kill me." The monk said, "My friend, you are right. But remember this too. Life will end one day. Therefore it is not appropriate to kill someone to save your life. We all are dying at one point. So it is not fair enough to kill someone. Get rid of the attachment for life. Instead, have loving kindness for others with a compassionate heart for others. After that, the monk left the village and went away. The villagers were so astonished to see the snake and the monk talking from far away. Once the monk left for another village, the snake was pondering the words of wisdom preached by the monk and became a kind-hearted snake, in the sense when people passed by, the snake didn't hiss anymore and threaten anymore and bite people as the snake used to be. The snake decided that from today onwards I will not bite anyone. But the situation turned the other way around. The snake used to coil up and wait even when the people passed by. The people in the village took undue advantage of the snake and used it to harass snake, and the snake got wounds as well after being hurt by the villagers with their sharp tools. Villagers who used to fear passing by now catch him and prick him using piercing tools and almost try to suffocate him to death. The snake was very sad. He was suffering a lot. One day the monk, while going to the forest nearby, walked through the tree in the middle of the forest where the snake used to be. The monk, arriving there, was so compassionate to see the pathetic situation the snake is going through and felt very sad. "Oh dear friend, what made you turn to such a pathetic situation? Who has injured you?" Then the snake said, "Oh wise one, you advised me not to bite anybody last time when we met. I didn't bite anybody, but this is what happened to me in return," and unveiled all the nasty acts done by the villagers. "I changed my vicious nature to be calm and compassionate to others, but this is what happens when I don't show anger to others. Now no one shows fear toward me. People come to hurt me and leave me in a miserable condition." The sad, compassionate monk told the snake, "Oh my dear friend, you have misinterpreted my sermon which I told you the other day. I told you not to bite others. But I didn't ask you to stop hissing for self-defense. That's where you went wrong." Then the snake realized and was pleased to hear the kind words of the monk. After telling this story to the king and to his disciples, the Lord Buddha asked the king, "What do you understand from this story? Are you taking my sermon in the wrong way as the snake did? I told you to give up your cruel nature, but I didn't ask you to stop being alert and smart, and I didn't ask you to give up the duties of the king. You as a king have to be tough from the outside but calm and gentle from the inside. You have to be tough in order to maintain discipline in your kingdom. Once again, be a king from the outside but be a monk from the inside." In life, very often calm and quiet people are taken on a ride by nasty people who take their patience for granted. Therefore in life, we need to be soft at heart yet smart in our deeds, and keep in mind that there is something more than goals in life to achieve. Furthermore, practice compassion and kindness towards others, even in difficult situations. This can help to create a better environment for everyone and can help to reduce fear and negative actions. Additionally, it's important to let go of attachment to life and to have a loving heart towards others.